Yes. My mother's of the human race, and I say I congratulate every one of you, and I say happy birthday to you. If you are in your 100th year, it's your 100th birthday today. 80 years old, 90, 50, 70, up to one day little baby girl or little baby boy. Happy birthday to you from here. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. To the great grandma, to the great grandma, mama, my mothers. Indeed, life is a very, very beautiful region, and that most extraordinarily beautiful holy region is Islam, because with that you as 100, 102, 103-year-old grandma, you are able to stand on your two limbs or legs and walk around, and yes, that is one of the greatest whatever. And if you have grandchildren, that great-grandchildren, glorified be to the most holy, glorified Almighty Allah, who kind of awarded you such a beautiful and gentle happiness, gentle and extra happiness, that you live to look at your great-grandchildren, to look at flowers, and to see how the world of human beings, as well as Mother Planet Earth, has stood up to. Maybe you can add the voice on my interpretation and say, yes, my great-grandchildren, indeed, the world has changed so much, because in the old days, things used to be kind of very, very smooth and gentle and kind. But however, in that gentle, smooth way, there were hardships, because we did not know which direction we were headed. None of those old men or whatever, old guardmen, they never told us. We thought that, hey, having a man around, you can, yes. That's why I'm reminding my grandma, my great-great-grandma, who is in 100th year. If your voice is still very clear, tell it to your great-grandchildren that life is a religion, and that most holy, extraordinarily holy, beautiful religion is Islam. That if what I do say to you as a grandma, that echoes in your 100th year experience in what you've been through, then tell it to the children that indeed these words are very pure, clean, and very, very beautiful. That every word of the Holy Quran is so beautiful, so very, very extraordinarily beautiful, because they are words of Allah, which He said, oh man, I've revealed a guidance for the human race, so that you do live in your communities, societies, in very, very tranquil peace and harmony, to avoid anything that may occur in what we have seen in the last 20 years, or in the last 20 years, whereby the heat, what you call the heat, which has been overwhelming, and natural calamities and what have you, overwhelming. These things do occur, because one of the questions that men do not understand is that, this Mother Planet Earth speaks, speaks, and she prostrates before Allah. She speaks every second. If you didn't know, you human beings, Mother Planet Earth speaks every second of who you men, what you understand as time. Every second Mother Planet Earth speaks. And when she speaks, that language, for many, even up to now, men do not understand that language because in some sections, in whatever sections of the brains of human beings, this language of Mother Planet Earth is not applicable because of the tie, human beings. I have to remind my grandmother that indeed, human beings, when they look at themselves in 2026, they think, oh, we are macho men, we are big. No. If a grandma was tell you that in all her life, if we had not been awarded the opportunity to look what her grandchildren or her children, how they became into whatever. It's very, I would say that it's very difficult for a human being to see an egg in which, which is in the womb of every mother, that becomes what an embryo and then becomes what we call human beings. If a mother, a 100th grandma was to say to you this, I did not see any of the things, and I could not see because you may need a binocular. Of course, you need a binocular to be able to see such very, very tiny thing. So in that sense, I would advise my mothers that yes, when we started whatever, I was looking at the academia and what were the benefits or what were the losses of the 11th centuries in which men said, oh, we are advanced in knowledge. Indeed, knowledge is very good if that is at a guidance to that which Allah has kind of put what we call a holy provision, directive, and prescription and laws that governs you men, the environment, or Mother Nature, and everything around you, as well as the entire universe. Because the absolute holy divine decrees of Allah demands that a mother who has become pregnant travels in the 8 near galaxies at 200,000 kilometers per second in order to get what you call a point of As-Salam, Ahad, As-Salam, Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashahad, Allah ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, for that which is taking place in her womb, so that when a child is born, they are somehow familiar with the environment on Mother Planet as well as in the upper 8 nearby galaxies in which your own solar system of Mother Planet Earth is. So that when you look at in the evening, when you look at for instance, if Jupiter was on the sky or Saturn or Mars, you wouldn't be kind of so scared. You'd love to look at that and enjoy it. So that way, in that interpretation, when those Mother Planet sisters, like Mars, Neptune, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, when they appear, they do appear in a sense that they say, As-Salam Akbar. They say, As-Salam Akbar. Oh, people from Mother Planet Earth, or inhabitants of Mother Planet Earth, we are in the same solar system, and our celestial obligation is we twinkle. Yes, it's As-Salam, As-Salam, As-Salam Akbar. Twinkle, little. You, when you are out down there in Mother Planet, you say, twinkle, little star. Yes, we say yes. It's not a little twinkle, it's a very huge akbar. Because when you say akbar, it kind of absorbs or takes everything, because Allah is akbar. Allah akbar. Allah is the greatest, the greatest. So in that, we as in your celestial, in your solar system, me as Neptune, me as Venus, me as Jupiter, we have everything, whatever, but our celestial obligation is to twinkle, to remind you that twinkle, twinkle, little star. How do you wonder? Yes, I'm a very huge planet, me as Jupiter, me as Saturn, I'm very, very huge. But our celestial obligation to you as human beings, to your eyes, to your beauty, is that when you look at the star, yes, it twinkles and say, yes, life is a very, very beautiful religion, and that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam. Yes, that very twinkling star reminds you that, yes, you should stand underneath a tree. Yes, you should stand underneath a tree on your forward God. There are so many leaves on there. Sometimes they're fruits. The same it is that we are in on a solar system, and that tree says to you, yes, or that star twinkle, twinkle thing, is that, yes, we are one, whatever, we have a common celestial, absolute, divine obligation to say, Assalamu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So mothers and grandma, and especially mothers, life is a very, very beautiful region, mothers. It should be put into a new page of how we view the most holy, beautiful religion, Islam. Islam is the greatest, because me as a star, or I mean what you call stars, as what you call in your solar system, sister planets in your solar system, I may seem like a twinkling star. However, in that capacity, when I do twinkle, when you say twinkle, it's because you realize that there's something, there's an interaction. There's what we call an interaction. That effect that you feel, yes, there's a twinkle or whatever, it's what we call interaction. That interaction is a celestial obligation in which you were given a salam, to remind you that you were given a salam when your mother was on a 200,000 kilometers per second. It does twinkle in order to be beautiful to your taste of integrity and beauty to life, is to be able to understand, yes, it is a star. It's not it does not have any whatever, but Allahu Akbar, Assalamu Akbar, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, which is required of you to disperse that tranquil, twinkle, beautiful interpretation. I may be twinkling, I may be smiling. Can you imagine? So that way, it's very beautiful if you were to put these very holy interpretations into your daily activities, because every one of us here in the upper universe, we do get what you call updated on whatever that goes on anywhere else through the what we call northern lights. in your language, your mother planet Earth, you call them northern lights. Yes, Yes, Allah communicates to each and every creation, in which Allah says, not a single atom would escape the attention of interaction with Allah's celestial obligation of tranquil peace, harmony, that is required of every one of you. To remember that you're Muslims who are required to dispense peace, tranquility, and peace and harmony to one another. Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Assalamu Akbar, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Allah